guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I went to Granville Island and asked strangers what is the most courageous thing that you've ever done, and I got some pretty cool responses. So without further ado, let's get into the video. My question is, what is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
You know, I think that the most courageous thing I've ever done was starting this job. I was a few years ago, I was a private investigator. Very stable, nice job, but it wasn't something that I loved.
Yeah.
So I decided to volunteer working with birds.
Yeah.
And I volunteered full-time for about a year and a half and lived off of what savings I had. It was hard a lot of the time, but I decided that I needed to follow my dream. I couldn't, oh yes, I know. I decided that I couldn't live what I thought was a mundane, regular life. I had to do what I wanted to do.
That's amazing.
The most courageous thing we've done is like speaking over, like being recorded.
I guess doing this right now, it really is a courageous thing as we are overcoming this fear of like public speaking or being recorded while we speak. So yeah, that's it.
So what is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
Most courageous thing I've ever done?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot, but I would say for myself, just exposing myself to people, being who I am in front of people, not what people expect from me. So, you know, if I feel like singing or being a certain way, I would say that's.
I moved from Toronto when I was 17 to Vancouver, and I'd never been here, and it worked out really well.
So yes, I used to travel a lot in Africa by myself for work, and that takes a lot of courage to go out into Africa all by yourself.
What are some of the things you've encountered while being in Africa that have been kind of hard?
A lot of poverty, a lot of hardship, poor people, war. That I think is the worst thing that I see, and because people are so poor, animal cruelty. So yeah, there's the things that were really bad.
Move across the country based on nothing except love. And yeah, that's probably it. Number two is go to a country I've never been before by myself with no plan and about $1,000.
That's crazy.
A lot of fear to overcome, but you know, I just did it and
Just made you stronger?
yeah, I ripped it off like a band-aid.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back to school.
Courageous as in like something that was dangerous, or an act of courage, like to help somebody.
Anything.
Well, one time friends of mine had this idea where we would crawl up underneath bridges and crawl as far as we can under the bridges. So we would crawl up there, and one time, it was the middle of winter in Ottawa, I crawled up with a friend. He got further up than I did, but I got out there a little bit, and below us was the Rideau Canal. The Rideau Canal was all frozen. People skate on it in the winter.
Oh, wow.
So if I'd fallen, it would have been about 50, 60 feet.
You would have been done.
I would have been done.
Yeah.
I would have been all mangled and broken.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's courageous.
No, that's crazy.
That's kind of stupid.
What is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
Find black dust.
When I fucking tried to chase some snatcher.
Hard question.
I don't know. What would you class as courageous?
Anything you think is. Whatever your definition is.
Living with my wife for 52 years. That's pretty courageous.
That is courageous.
No. No,
It
really.
is.
Pulling wounded guys out of shell holes. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, you know, after a shell explodes, big hole, hurts people. Dive in the shell hole. drag guys out in the army.
Wow, that's crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Getting married was the most courageous thing.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Go to Canada, yeah, from myself. I'm a Chinese, and when I was 18, and my mom said, maybe go where you have a greater opportunity for your future, so I came here alone.
So what is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
I jumped off a high, was it a dock, I guess, a high place, and I'm terrified of heights.
I was working on the side of a building and I swung out to take a picture of the building.
Climbing or going mountain climbing for the first time with my boyfriend in Jasper and climbing a 11,000, 12,000 foot mountain with him.
Well, on a spur of the moment, unplanned, I asked my girlfriend at the time to marry me.
Okay, so what is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
Hike up a volcano in Bali in the dark.
Wow, and you said you didn't have anything! Come on! And how about you? Yeah.
It was in the old Eaton store, a young girl pickpocketed or grabbed the purse of an older lady who was in the cubicle and made a run for it, so I grabbed her and held her until the store detective came.
Wow. Jeez, thank you so much.
That was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, well I guess the latest thing that I did, it was a few months ago on the bus, I intervened. There was a young lady being physically abused by a woman, and I went up the stairs and pushed the woman away, said, what the heck are you doing? And she ran off the bus, and I proceeded to try and calm the girl down and asked her what had happened, and she just said that the woman asked where she was from and why doesn't she go back to where she came from, and the young lady said that, well, I was born here, and smiled, and that's when the woman got up and was punching her in the head. So anyways, I calmed them down, calmed the mother down, waited for the police to come, and so that was the last courageous thing I've done.
Yeah, I 2005 went bungee jumping in Thailand.
I would say I started a company in the middle of the 2008 recession.
Oh, wow.
That was probably, which didn't feel courageous at the time, we just did it, but
yeah.
That's what I would say.
And what was your company?
It was called Clever's Media.
Okay.
Yeah. We closed last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Due to COVID?
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I would say that.
I went on a very steep water slide.
Are you scared of heights or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people, and they were watching me.
I moved to a foreign country when I was 22.
That's cool. Was it for school? Or?
Yeah, I moved to England for a study abroad for a year.
Oh, that's awesome. And so you're from here, you went to England.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Incredible. I'd never left Canada, so it was a big thing.
That's awesome. Okay, so what is the most courageous thing you've ever done?
I got married.
Zipline in Whistler.
Awesome, and you're...
Because I'm afraid of heights.
It's definitely moving from Turkey to Canada to build my own life and leaving my parents and my family behind.
That's so cool. So did you do that for school?
Yes, I did that for school, and I ended up finding a job here, and I'm gonna get my permanent residency soon, and my family's still in Turkey. I still see them from time to time, but yeah.
I can't swim, and I really don't like going in the water above my head. Anyway, I was in Cabo and I was convinced to go snorkeling. So we went snorkeling off the beach, out towards this gorgeous rock, pelicans all over it. By the time we got out about 12 feet, I realized that there was nothing below us but a great chasm of water. And it really did, it scared me shitless. But it's all the beautiful fish, and I made it back to shore. I haven't done it since.
What have you done? I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tough question.
Oh, I rode in a aging Mercedes from Kosovo through Albania up into somewhere for 12 hours with a guy who was driving 500 miles an hour through the pouring rain,
Oh, wow.
and snow. I thought I was going to die. That might have been it. I don't know if And it's the for- Andes. It was probably stupid, not crazy. The Andes was pretty good. Which one? The Andes. When you went down there. Oh, Jesus.
So many things.
So that's it. That probably is it.
Awesome.